Hello, all. How are you? Good, I hope. Alright, so today, like I said, we're going to have a class about facts about the 4th of July. Well, some of you might be getting these classes a little bit different, but still. So, I figure it's kind of like 4th of July trivia, but these are 20 facts that you never knew about the 4th of July. Alright, so, but I'm not going to get off the fireworks thing. Be careful with the fireworks. We're in a drought. It's very dry. We didn't have a very wet winter. And there's not a whole lot of water to go around. So, please be careful with the fireworks. Okay. So, a lot of people do different things. So before you fire up the grill, whip up some delicious burgers, creative hot dogs, and stunning summer salads. This July 4th, check out these little known facts about the holiday and America itself, or the United States itself. We've included 4th of July trivia that can be shared with friends and family that will certainly have them impressed with your history knowledge. For starters, did you know that Independence Day was once celebrated on July 5th? Exactly. So we also learn a little bit about traditions around the holiday, including how much Americans tend to spend on fireworks this time of year. Be safe out there, everybody. So, let's get started. So, firstly, Thomas Jefferson was the main author of the Declaration of Independence. There were 4 others on the drafting committee: Roger Sherman, Benjamin Franklin, John Adams, and Robert Livingston. But he was the main guy. Also did some bad things, but he didn't. John Hancock was the first person to sign the Declaration of Independence. This part of the history I did know. Likely because he was the president of Congress at the time, he signed a large hand and at the center of the document, according to the National Archives. His bold signatures where you get the phrase "Put your John Hancock," referring to signing your name. I know more about this. So John Hancock. Here's how the story goes. They finish drafting the Declaration of Independence from England. Like, we are our own sovereign country now. Well, leave us be. This is how this country's going to be. It's going to be the United States of America. And once they were finished, they were all hyped up writing it. They were like, yay, writing this awesome piece of literature. We're going to get it. And then it really dawned on them, like, but now we're going to go submit this to the British, and they're going to be pretty upset. Most people whose names are on here, I'm sure they're going to come after. And then they started getting scared. Well, John Hancock wasn't. John Hancock's like, what? So now you're all bowing out now that it's over, and he went over, and that's why he signed it so big. He's like, I don't care. I want them to read my name. And they're going to read my name. So, John Hancock, boom! And he's like, there. And everybody else is like, dang. But if you look at it, there's a lot of people who signed their names very small on the Declaration of Independence. Some of it because of how big John Hancock signed his name, so it's just, in comparison. But other people you could tell were like, I'm still kind of worried about the British. Not John Hancock. Independence Day should have been celebrated on July 2nd, 1776. Although the document was dated July 4th, Congress actually voted for independence from Great Britain 2 days prior on July 2nd, 1776. It apparently wasn't signed until a month later on August 2nd, 1776. So John Adams wrote a letter to his wife about how memorable independence would be in American history. He was obviously right. In his letter, he said the day should be celebrated with parades, bonfires, and fireworks. Scarily accurate, right? Yeah, parades. No bonfires, though, people. It's very, very contained, very, very far away from anything that even a little ember flying would have to fly thousands of yards in order to die out. So But John Adams also thought that it was celebrated on the wrong day. In fact, he was known to turn down invitations to 4th of July celebrations in protest. In his correspondence to his wife Abigail Adams, he only referred to Independence Day as July 2nd. Wow, a bit of a stickler, that guy. Very patriotic, little bit of a stickler. The Pennsylvania Evening Post was the first newspaper to print the Declaration. So it came out in the newspaper on July 6, 1776, for everyone to see, after a local printer named John Dunlap produced a copy of the Declaration's manuscript. An estimated 2.5 million people lived in the nation in July 1776. Okay. As of July 2021, so we went from 2.5 million in 1776. As of July 2021, about 331.8 million people live in the United States, according to the census. We got just a few more people. It's like 336 million more. Is that a lot? I don't know. 3 presidents who signed the Declaration of Independence died on July 4th. Not that same day, but on different July 4ths. So John Adams and Thomas Jefferson, so 2 of them did die on the same day, but John Adams and Thomas Jefferson both died on July 4th, 1826, on the 50th anniversary of the country's independence. James Monroe died 5 years later on July 4th, 1831. Little known facts. Okay, so the Liberty Bell. So if none of you know what the Liberty Bell is, it's in Philadelphia, city of brotherly love. And it's a giant bell they have in their square, and it's got a huge crack in it. So the Liberty Bell rings 13 times every Independence Day to honor the 13 original states. So descendants of people who signed the Declaration of Independence tap the bell located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, at 2 p.m. Eastern Time every 4th of July. Independence Day was once celebrated on July 5th, one time. The holiday fell on a Sunday in 1779, so the country celebrated on July 5th instead. I'm guessing for church reasons. The very first 4th of July fireworks show took place in Philadelphia in 1777, so the next year. Fireworks, cannons, and bells all went off to honor the 13 original states. Much like modern celebrations, they even had a dinner and parade for the Declaration of Independence's first anniversary. Cute. U.S. soldiers got a special treat on the 4th of July in 1778. George Washington helped troops celebrate by allowing them a double ration of rum, according to Live Science. Wow. More drinkies for people, I guess. That's cool for them. I don't know. Americans spend over $1 billion on fireworks every $1 billion on fireworks every man. I like fireworks; they're cool, but I think that money could be better spent elsewhere than $1 billion on fireworks. That's just me, though. Man, call me a party pooper. So, according to the American Pyrotechnics Association, the numbers continue to grow every year. The biggest celebration is the Macy's 4th of July fireworks show, which takes over 8,000 hours to prepare. That's a lot of hours. 4th of July sales have been a thing for a while. According to Live Science, it was seen as unpatriotic if you kept your business open on Independence Day before the Civil War. But after, restaurants and stores started having sales on red, white, and blue merchandise, and they've continued ever since. There are 33 places in the United States with the word liberty in their names. According to the U.S. Census, 4 of them are Georgia, Florida, Montana, and Texas have a Liberty County. Calvin Coolidge, or closed-mouth cow, as they used to call him. Calvin Coolidge was the only president born on the 4th of July. That probably helped his presidential campaign, right? Probably did. Like, by the way, I was born on our independence. So, vote for me or you're not voting for America. It didn't become a federal holiday until 1870, so it took nearly 100 years for it to be recognized as such. But when it finally happened, it was up in the ranks with Christmas and a few other holidays. The Declaration of Independence and the Constitution were both signed in Philadelphia. So the Constitution was signed in September of 1787, a little over 11 years after the Declaration of Independence. While both are important to U.S. history, they are totally separate documents with different meanings. Yeah, the Declaration of Independence is exactly what it sounds like. It was a declaration for our country to be independent from England or any other foreign power. We're going to be our own sovereign nation. Now, the Constitution is something that's set up saying, well, as this separate and sovereign country, these are what we're going to, these are our rules, basically. This is what this country is going to live by. So two different things. We're our own thing, just so you all know. Everybody around the world, just so you know. We're now the United States. And if you want to know, these are our rules. So if you come over here, these are the rules you're going to have to follow. Thomas Jefferson believed that a new constitution should be written every 19 years. Well, I don't think he realized how lazy people can be. That's a lot of work, just to put it. So, in a letter to James Madison, he asked if one generation of men has the right to bind another, saying that otherwise the lands would belong to the dead and not to the living, which would be the reverse of the principle. But we're not that lazy. I was just kidding. Because there are many amendments to the Constitution, and amendments are rewrites within. So instead of writing a whole new one, it'd be like, hey, well, let's look at this amendment, or this section of it, and we're going to make an amendment to that and change it a little bit here, a little bit there, and so it has been rewritten. I mean, the Constitution doesn't look exactly like it did when it first happened. Another fun fact, Americans eat around 150 million hot dogs each Independence Day. Wow, sounds like a giant choking hazard to me. Sorry, I am being party people. According to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, did not know we had one of those, from Memorial Day to Labor Day, which they call peak hot dog season, right now, Americans consume around 7 billion hot dogs. That means that 818 are being consumed every second. Wow. Producers estimate that during July, which is designated National Hot Dog Month, 10% of annual retail hot dog sales occur. That is a lot of hot dogs. So, there you have it. The 4th of July and some fun facts. Yeah, so now you can stump people. Just be like, hey, guess how many hot dogs we eat during the 4th of July? Or during just July? Or what's the biggest food that everybody eats, actually? I mean, a lot of people might say burgers, people might say other things, but hey, guess what? It's hot dogs. It is National Hot Dog Month. So, well, coming up. So, happy 4th of July, everybody. Keep it safe, please. Keep your fireworks safe. Make sure you're doing sane and responsible things with your fireworks. As they say, sane and safe. And, there's rules to everything. Make sure what your counties, just so if you're bringing in illegal fireworks that you didn't know were illegal, make sure you look up what fireworks are okay for like Cocoa County, things like that. But anyway, have a fun 4th of July. And, yeah, I will see you all soon after a while. All right. Ciao for now.